All right, hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. I am Brogan and I am with Mike.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the MEW live interactive quiz and review of all things MEW that has happened over the last, I think it's been 4 weeks since we last did the MEW special. I think it was about the 29th of April. So we have a fun-filled evening for you, for Tariq, for Hidden in Chat. Good evening to you. We're going to go through a lot of things. And by the way, yes, Tariq was here first.
Crazy.
He was here first. It's the first time he's going to be first all night. Let's just put that one out there. Now, the Oracle, as we all know, is going to go through the TA on MEW. Are we going up? Are we going down? Is the kitty going to purr? The Oracle will let us know. We're going to look at drag racing. No, that's not men that dress as women. It's very fast cars.
100-meter sprint with people in heels. Men in heels, actually.
We're also going to look at MEW going to various different conferences. We're going to look at obviously we're going to look at the cat-themed memes as well, and basically have a chat about MEW. And then at the end, about 7:45, in 45 minutes time, we all know what's going to happen.
It's the Fabled. And guess what I've done today, guys? I have changed it so that you can join whenever in the quiz, okay? So yeah, we will have the join phase as we normally do, where we talk about the quiz and how it works. But we are also going to have a system where we can play the game normally. The people who join join the chat and say, "Can I join the game?" They can still join. Obviously, that's better for you guys because if you start as the quiz starts the first question and so a bunch of people miss out, then you'll look even better because you'll be ahead of even more people.
Exactly.
On topic of men dressing up, I don't know what's sort of with my lighting. I might try and change that for the stream. But it does actually look like I've got lipstick on. And I to new people in the chat, I don't. Okay, just what I want. Anyway,
now there is something else that's going to appear on the screen for those of you that are in the world of Binance. So if you're watching on Binance Live and you want to take part in the quiz, you need to go to YouTube and find Crypto Warehouse so you can take part. And the Oracle is going to bring up now, hopefully in the top left-hand corner of the screen,
the QR code.
A QR code that you can scan with your device, your magical devices that you have.
Yeah, let me sure get it. I didn't download it.
You'll be able to scan it in and you'll be able to go using the power of the internet. I don't know how it works. It's magic.
It really is.
And then you're going to be able to find Crypto Warehouse. So when the Oracle brings that up, you'll see that we are in touch with our modern technology side. Incredible.
Isn't that amazing? Right there.
Is it there?
Yeah, look.
It's a bit big.
I zoomed it down.
Okay. That's perfect. So if you scan that on your mobile phone S, you will go to our channel, and then all you need to look for is the MEW live stream, and you will be there. We've made it so much easier. So much easier. We know Tariq. He's got grapes in one hand and his glass of champagne in another, and he's got his cigar. It's difficult for Tariq to do anything these days now that Litecoin is over $100, and we appreciate him turning up. But now you can come and see us. And I think that's the intro done. Would you agree?
As you were saying that, I scanned the QR code and showed everyone that it takes us to our channel.
Incredible.
Isn't that amazing?
Incredible. Also, am I going to keep an eye on chat?
Yeah. We'll talk chat. I'll say hello to everyone actually before I get really busy for the next hour and you flail your hands around. Because I'm very busy. I want to say hello to Tariq, Hidden Agendas.
There's nobody in chat today.
There's no one here.
There's nobody here.
Shout out to Tariq though.
Where is everybody?
Yeah.
If you are in chat, say hello.
Say hello. Go on.
And I will ask a poll question.
Okay, so should we start with X-Files? Bring up the first. Let me just close some things down. Where we go. Okay, so the first tweet is not loaded. There we go. We have a nice little video. Okay, hopefully it doesn't copyright music or anything. Okay, it probably does actually, yeah. I have some SpongeBob stuff. Reminds me of Tom and Jerry. The idea of Tom and Jerry.
It does. I think it's based on Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, it does remind me of Tom and Jerry.
I'm just asking a poll question at the minute.
It's nice. You know what? Again, when we did our last, when I did my video, even on MEW, and obviously when we've done our previous streams, you know what? No, I need to submit straight on this actually. When I did my video on MEW not so long ago, obviously we've done our streams previously. We have obviously emphasised the fact that they've really gone all out in terms of the team which goes and draws these things and animates these cartoons obviously you're seeing on the screen, and the emphasis they have, which definitely differentiates MEW comparative to all the other meme coins, or majority, obviously. I don't want to say all of them. In terms of they're really involved in the obviously animation and creating this kind of merch and things you can watch and participate in and whatnot. Obviously, they're starting their own. I think they've got their own kind of organization for 3D animation and stuff like that. So really, really impressive. Obviously, this is a testament to their work here. Really, really good animation. Going on to the next tweet.
Absolutely.
So this is actually huge. To be fair, this is actually really, really huge. They are now available on Robinhood.
Yes. Now I did think I did think for a few minutes about this, because clearly we are streaming on Binance, but it's not really a
It's
crypto
not. I don't
exchange.
think so. No, I think it'd be fine. And if they don't think it's fine, I think they're idiots, because this is it's complete. It's two different fields realistically. Robinhood and crypto exchange as a whole.
Exactly.
It's two ballparks. Like, I don't even know how you can argue this. I mean, if they do, you got to look yourself in the mirror, really.
Exactly.
But before we move on to the next tweet, I know we're going pretty rapid fire. We've got a lot to cover. This, what I have on the screen, might be very important later on. And if you are here and have been on our quiz before, you will recognise that I'm alluding to something. So just take this in for what it is.
If you only had a little box that you could press a button during the stream to give people a hint.
Well, I'll just give them the hint. No.
No, but you could have a button that you could
Okay.
press and go dun dun dun.
That's too, no, we need
type
like
thing.
what we should do. We should get the box. I'm going to bring a tweet up as I'm saying this. We should get the box. We should have a key noise, not keyword. And we don't say it's a hint, but we hit it.
We hit the button.
For the people who know.
Absolutely.
Anyway, the next tweet, MemeCon. Welcome to the MemeCon fam.
Yes.
MEW are heading to Lisbon for the 3rd and 6th of June, and will be hitting the decks at the opening party on the 3rd and the beach party on the 6th. They're also handling out some of the sickest merch in the space. Get ready for the IP Supercycle. Let's get meow. And what's really weird about this, and we've obviously talked about this on our stream previously as well, is we don't seem to have any of this merch, which would be really nice.
We've got no merch.
Got no merch, and we can't. I don't feel like we could fully represent MEW as a brand and as an entity if we didn't have that merch. And they do all of it under the sun. They do everything. I've talked about it in my videos as well. They do everything.
They do.
So, it'd be nice.
In fact, what we've done today is, before the stream, we went and bought black t-shirts. Lots of black t-shirts to wear for making videos, for our live streams, and for everything else, because apparently that's what you've got to wear these days.
Yeah.
Is black. Now, MEW unfortunately don't make black t-shirts. Everything is red and white. The white face of MEW.
Yep.
That might be useful to remember later on in the quiz. The white face of MEW
White face.
would just throw the camera angle off. And again, we don't want to do that. Now,
No.
also in chat is KB. KB has arrived.
Hello, KB.
So the winner
Actually.
of the chat
Yeah, we already
is also
know.
here.
How many prizes? We need at least 2, because obviously one's already taken.
I think we're going to go.
If Mary's here, we'll need 3.
We're going to go with 4 or 5 prizes.
Yeah.
Now, Danny is in chat.
I'm expecting Mary to appear. Oh, wait, obviously, yeah. I don't know. It'd be nice if Danny. Do you know if Mary's gonna come? Because that all creates if we give 4 or 5. To be fair.
I think what's going to happen is, what we should do is we should have. It's a little bit like the Premier League. We've got Arsenal and Liverpool who are going to finish 1st and 2nd, and that's Mary and KB.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have maybe Danny, maybe Tariq finishes 3rd. There's always the runner-up spot that still gets into the Champions League, but you haven't won anything really. You've just come 3rd.
Wow,
So-
really insulting you guys there.
We're not.
No, you. I'm not saying a word.
We're going off.
You are saying all of it.
You know, if you go into Mary's house, you can't get the front door open, right? Because it's full
Of just
of
letters being pushed through.
NFTs,
Right.
and it's got,
Yeah.
there's moon everywhere.
Yeah.
There's, what else have you given away? Peak everywhere. There's all sorts. It's just everywhere. So you can't get through. You can peek through the letterbox of where Mary lives just because she wins every week. And then when she doesn't win every week, it gives Danny a chance, and then Danny walks away with the prizes.
Exactly. So it's a pile up, on both fronts.
Exactly. Now, we're going to move on a little bit, aren't we?
Yep.
Actually, do you want me to read? You want to read chat? Or do you want me to read chat?
Yeah. Read some chat. I'm just bringing the next bit. There we go. This is actually in response to a thread of things. Obviously, just I need to clear my throat. Anyways, our Web 2 social presence is growing strong.
The what, sorry?
Our Web 2 social presence is growing strong.
Okay.
With over 300,000 organic views this week from new content and over 2 million organic views in total on previous content that is still trending via the recommendation algorithm. People really love, people really love watching MEW defeat docs. And I think that's again, this is the exact same point I just gave a few tweets ago in terms of their animations and their front-facing content they produce. Whether it be merch or little cartoons. I think this really does appeal to not just crypto people, because crypto people as a whole, again, they're going to be looking at things behind the animations. But this is pretty big for people in Web 2, as they're mentioning about their social presence. I think this really gives a good gateway for people to get interested in the project, because you'll see like Brett, let's say, on TikTok, obviously they're everywhere, but on TikTok in particular, and they do these really like pathetic videos. And it's these like videos where the guys like poor and they'll press a button and then he's all rich, and every single product does it, and I don't think it stands out enough. But with MEW's case, it's really something different. Obviously, just to really point out their point.
Can I say something before you disappear off that page?
I'm not disappearing. No.
Okay. If you don't follow us on Binance Square, this is what I was going to allude to with this content. Every week, MEW post up something, a new video or a new cartoon. I will normally make a very short video on a Saturday or a Sunday, and I will post that up onto Binance Square. So if you follow us on Binance Live and you don't follow us on Binance Square, make sure you follow us on Binance Square, because breaking news. As of today or yesterday, you can now live stream your trading on Binance Square. Right. So the Oracle, the man himself, the legend, the one and only, the Elvis Presley of his time, will be streaming at some point, unknown date in the future, on Binance Square. And
I really just want to wait for the release of that, because I think that, because obviously we are in talks with other people who have these systems, but I think this will be huge, because I assume with this system it's not just like a specific set of coins, it's everything.
Everything on Binance.
Exactly. So it's going to be huge.
Absolutely. So if you don't follow us on Binance Square, make sure you do, because we might do the odd stream on Binance Square. I've tried the Binance audio. It's a bit crap. It's not.
Yeah,
it's like it's not. If it was, it would be better than it is. But Binance audio is pants, and it's not very good. But the Binance audio with video share is quite good. So we will start looking at that as well. And of course, we'll continue to stream on Binance Live. So there you go. There's some breaking news for you. So follow us on Binance Square if you don't. I should probably read some of these chat questions.
We need to get another QR code. We need 10 QR codes at the top of the screen.
Why?
All the links which we're talking about.
That's very true.
We just need a single box about this big, just our faces, and everything else QR codes of where you can go find us. Anyway, last tweet.
We don't know KB. KB has said, where is everybody? We've got Tariq, KB.
There's no Christian, but he is busy though, to be fair.
Danny, that's 3. Hidden is here, 4. And that's it. So literally, you know what? We might get to the quiz.
Might as well not bother the quiz, really.
We'll just give everybody a prize. Give everyone a prize for turning up. And what we should do is we just give you all massive prizes.
I'll mute it.
Massive prizes just for turning up. That's what we should do.
Really.
I don't know where everyone is. I really don't know where everyone is. We've advertised it. We posted it in Telegram. I don't think there's a football match on tonight. I think that's on later, which is Real Betis and Chelsea's playing, but that's at 9 o'clock. So who knows where everybody is? I really don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're out drinking their games, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Next.
We have, again, this is just like one of the videos. This is, again, one of their bigger projects. I believe, again, I'm not someone who watches anime, so I don't know which anime it was. I think it's Attack on Titan. I looked it up when I was doing my video. I believe it's Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
They're basically big people and you attack them, whatever.
They are.
And obviously you can see that there's a robot. So again, just to show off the quality difference. Again, compare meme coins you've seen before and meme coins you've been interested in. I'm not saying all meme coins are like this, but again, the same point. This really makes me stand out.
Yeah, I mean they are partnered. They're either partnered with an animation studio or they own an animation studio. I can't remember which one it is. There are talks to make their own cartoon series, which we told you about before. They're going to make their own 3D mobile game. I've seen clips of that. It looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
So, again, they're going to become more than just a pump and dump meme like everybody else thinks meme coins are. Some of this stuff's really, really cool. And most of the time when this kind of stuff gets released, it normally does pump the coin up.
Yeah.
And we'll get onto that in a bit when the Oracle talks about the coins, so the charts. We're up to next.
Yeah. Next is the actual website. So bring that up.
Are we on the website?
Yeah.
What time is it?
15 past. Ooh. Yeah, we're
not going very quickly,
no,
are
we?
We are.
I don't think we can look through this. What we can do, we can cheat here a bit and go. If you do really want to go an in-depth talk on the website, you can go watch the MEW video on our channel.
Yes, the Oracle.
I talked about this website.
You should bring. You know what? Bring it up on YouTube, just to show people. The Oracle. I said to the Oracle, you should do some videos, and he went and made some bangers.
Yeah, I've got more coming. We've got one talking about the halving and the potential of it.
Yeah. He made some banging videos. He's done one about Pendle, and the video about MEW was amazing. So maybe I will be unemployed probably in the next 6 months, which is fine. Mags, you're in chat. I sent you a message on Telegram about the One Wallet or One Key Wallet. I've already emailed them again, so twice now. It says it's in Gibraltar. I don't know where the One Key Wallet is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to strap it to the back of a horse and send it you on a horse where no one can send it back. Or we'll just find somebody that's going to Portugal and we'll bring it over. It's just ridiculous. Mags won the One Key Wallet in, I think, September. And it's now May, 8 months later. And it's for the entire 8-month period, it's been either going to Portugal or coming back from Portugal. But at no point has it ever got to Mags.
No.
And it's never come back to us.
Funny if you was just sending it back as a joke every single time. Go, oh, I've still got it.
Yeah.
No, but you can see on the website they've got some more. I think this is new. I don't remember us looking at this in my video. I could be completely wrong on that though. A bit of lore here, and again, we've talked about the idea, obviously on video as well, that they're building a bit more of a universe rather than just it's a meme coin. They've done a little AI generated image, and there you go. Here's your coin. You can buy it, and then you'll get dumped, and then you'll lose all your money. It's obviously a lot different. They're truly building a full-scale kind of project. Again, in talks for doing their own, their series. I don't know if it'll be a web series or what. Their games, obviously their merch is crazy. If you've ever seen any of our streams talking about it, and I think again one of these subsets of things they do, which I really do get impressed by every time I see it, is their stalls at the events.
Yeah.
Whether it be meme coin events or whatever it is. They really do have amazing looking stalls.
I think we've got a couple of them coming up in in the show. I think we've got a couple of there. They've either been somewhere or they're about to go somewhere. I think in June. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, the website is getting there. I mean, they've been around for a year.
Yeah.
Their birthday was only about 13 months ago. That's when they came into existence. The stuff that they're trying to do is not something that can be done in a month. So the games, the cartoon series, attending of these events and all that kind of stuff, it just takes time to build a brand.
Exactly. These things, again, games, again, it depends what game they're making. I've seen some clips and it looks like one of those like Subway Surfer ones, which again, it's not like it's a Call of Duty type of thing or whatever. But again, these, regardless of whatever you think of whatever game, indie devs, they take like 2 years minimum to do any sort of game, really, because there's so much setup just to start building the components of an actual game. So things take time, and again, I think MEW's definitely a long-term watch, regardless of if obviously there's a alt season and all these sorts of things, and if it's going to be a coin to a million X. I think there's a categorical. There's going to be a categorical limelight for MEW in its own space for just being a project which produces all these things. Again, they're going to have a MEW app, as I have on the screen here. They're going to build their own MEW app, which is coming soon. Their game, obviously, their cartoons, they have so much going on, which I think they're going to be in a league of their own, if not already.
Yeah. Also, we have a poll question.
I saw, actually. I did so.
Do you want to know what the poll question is?
Yeah, it's this bid. What is it?
What would kill a bear? Is it going to be 100 giant spiders?
Okay, how giant?
2 foot.
Ooh, okay.
100 2-foot spiders.
Okay, yeah.
Or 1 200-foot Joe Biden. I mean, it's tough.
Again, this is the same as the chicken, really. It's like, if he's got, okay, does he have clothes on?
Does a 200-foot Joe Biden have clothes on?
Yeah, is it Hulk scenario where his clothes rip off?
He is dressed.
Where his pants stay on for some reason?
He's dressed as the Ultimate Warrior.
Okay, so he's got shoes.
He's got shoes, yeah.
Okay, so that is like a 200-foot building falling on a bear. Do you really think a bear's going to survive a 200-foot building falling on it? I don't think so. I don't think so.
So you're saying, which one are you going to pick?
I think, again, this goes back to, I think 100 2-foot spiders have more, I should probably put it on my face so we can actually do it. I think 200 or 100 2-foot spiders have more than likely chance to kill a bear. But realistically, a 200-foot semi-building falling on a bear from Joe Biden just stepping on it again. And the thing is, right, even if he's so close to seeing the pearly gates that he falls on the bear, he'll still kill it. So there you go.
So you're going to go for the Joe Biden. I'm going to go for the spiders.
Yeah. Thank you, KB, for
deleting the trash. Exactly. Right. So for those of you on Binance,
what's everyone else said? I know people aren't voted.
But most people, I think, have picked actually spiders. I think.
Really?
I think most people picked spiders.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Ban away from sleep. That's true.
Right.
But he could probably roll over. If he's in this.
Mary's
a pig.
Well, it's been
a great
KB,
stream, guys.
Danny, Mags. It's been lovely having you. But if you'd all like to sit down now, please, because Mary's arrived, and you'd all need to behave, because not only is Mary here and she's going to win the quiz, but Mary is some force to be reckoned with on X.
Yes, I've been seeing the little.
Now, I think what she's done. Things. I think Danny is like tied like this to a chair. He's got one arm tied. He's got his legs tied to a chair. Right. He's gagged, and he can just about use his keyboard with a hand, because I think she's handicapped him to win this quiz. So welcome, Mary. Thank you for turning up, and congratulations on winning.
Don't worry, Max.
If there was a way of Mary coming first, second, and third,
she would find a way. Definitely.
We would find a way. Yeah. Should we move on?
Well, yeah, probably should. So MEW app, that's big. And yeah, is Biden asleep or awake? Is he actually? That's a good point. Is he awake or asleep?
Who?
Biden.
Joe Biden is walking around listening to "I Am a Real American," which is the Hulk Hogan song. He's got his suit on, and he is looking around on the ground.
Right.
And that's what it is. In fact, he's in a stadium. He's in a stadium, so the bear can't escape. And the spiders, 100 2-foot spiders, they're going to take out a bear.
I think so, yeah.
I think they'll take out a bear. I think so.
Absolutely, but I think, Joe, but I just think as a surefire way, I think a 200-foot or 200-foot man foot is going to kill a bear.
Okay, at what height does Biden not beat the bear? 50 foot.
I was just about to say 50 foot,
Does a 50-foot Biden beat an 8-foot tall bear?
I think it submits the bear into running back to its cave, but I don't think it
can't get back to the cave. It's in a stadium.
All right, fine. I think like a chihuahua bind the neck of a really big dog. I think if the bear bit that calf off, then we're winning there for the Joe Biden. But anyway,
right then, move on.
The actually, I'll probably change the sidebar. There we go. I think I've changed the right thing. Anyway, top cat themed tokens by market capitalization. And we do, refresh and look at this quite often. Whenever we do the
every stream,
every MEW stream, we do look at this quite often just to see, the standings.
So let me ask you some questions then. Quick fire questions. What's the market cap of MEW right now?
341-ish. Oh no, 340 mil.
340 million dollars.
Yeah.
Is it third?
Yep.
Let me guess, Mog and Popcat ahead of it?
Mm-hmm.
Is Mog and Popcat over 500 million?
Nope.
They're not.
Nope.
What are they? 400?
450 and 439. So
it's tough at the top. With those three.
Yeah, and do you know what? I think, because the gap between, and again, the only comparable coin to the top three and MEW is Toshi's 286, which is trailing behind a bit. Yeah. But comparatively between MEW and the other two, it is 100 million plus. So But apart from Toshi, the top 4, it then jumps to 63 million. So there's no chance any of these coins, apart from, like, if you want to claim yourself as someone who holds the top 3 meme coin, I think you're in safe bets here. Because Toshi, is it going to be doing what Mew's going to be doing? No. So I think Mew has more of a chance to be going to the top 1, to number 1, than it has to number 5.
Yeah. I do have some hot alpha.
Hot alpha. Is it?
Hot alpha. I don't know whether we should say it though.
Oh, I don't know what it is. I might do, but I've forgotten. At least.
Moonpig.
Oh yeah.
Moonpig. That's the hot alpha. Not going to say anything else on it. Moonpig. Not moonpig.com. They don't do birthday cards or Christmas cards, but Moonpig. Now, it's never going to appear on this because this is cat themed, isn't it?
We need pig themed.
Pig themed.
Is there you know what?
Have a look. Is there a pig themed?
Oh, is it okay? There's obviously a dog themed. If I do dog,
there's always dog, cat. There's be a frog.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait, hold on. Pig. How do you do it? You just search, right? Pig.
Yeah.
Post. I don't want post.
If you click on pig and then you go to categories, it'll show you.
Oh right, yeah.
Something like that.
Oh no. Okay, so obviously there'll be dog. Category.
There's dog. There's cat. There's politics.
There's
probably a frog somewhere along the lines. Something like that. Anyway, I'll read chat while you're doing that.
What the hell is this? Dog gone. Dog roll.
Is Biden awake or asleep? He is awake.
What?
I'm driving on the way home. Sorry, no problem, Mags. Mary, that's very accurate, Mike. Thank you. I'm aware. Good luck next time for the rest of us. Exactly. Hello, Kishan has arrived. Net is very lagging today. Tariq, legends.
Oh, used for dog on dog grill. Okay, I don't know what that is.
Exactly.
Snake? Or frog?
We've lost him now. We've lost him. He's gone off looking at animals. It's like he's 3 again. It's like he's 3.
What could
you just need to buy him a bag of plastic dinosaurs. And that's it then. That's it. Oh, right, by the way, 73%, 71% have said 100 giant spiders.
I mean, I think if I had to choose, I've always said this, Biden's a safe bet. But I do agree with spiders being there.
Does anybody know how we turn adverts off on these live streams? Does anybody know?
If anyone should know, it should be us.
I don't know.
Let me have a look. I don't really look.
Go on. We don't have to look at it right now. We're in the middle of a live stream. We can look at it again.
We'll always be until we end the stream. We'll always be in the middle of the live. So we might as well look now.
So, what are we looking at? What are we looking at now on the live stream? The point I was asking the clan. I wasn't asking you.
Okay, we're on dog grill tokens. I was just about to change to coming. Top few.
Is there a pig themed?
No.
Or animal themed?
Probably, but I've gone now.
He's gone now. Right, what are we on to next?
Top fuel.
Top fuel. So, as we said at the start of the show, this is drag, but it's not the kind of drag that we all want. No, it's not men in high heels and lippy.
And no, it's not too heavy.
And no, it's not too heavy.
There you go.
It is, in fact, very fast vehicles with massive rears. And no, we're not talking about Lizzo.
We're still not talking about drag race.
We're still not talking about Lizzo. So, Oracle.
Oh, delay ads. There you go. We'll just click that at the end of the stream.
But you've got to keep clicking delay ads.
Yeah, we'll just do it at the end of the stream. It's fine. Well, I'll do it because I'm doing everything. So you know. I'll say no more.
Just show us some cutting drag or something.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see that.
I'm going to pour a glass of my
yak water, isn't it?
My Tibetan yak.
Yeah, I've got some. Now, I know it looks like it's in a wine glass, but it's actually not.
It's not a wine glass.
It's a special drinking glass from mountains.
Glass. Right, what about drag racing?
Well, let's find out. MEW is officially partnered with a Top Fuel team for the 2025 season. So I assume Top Fuel is the national...
It's the brand. I think it's the brand within the game. So if you expand that tweet, you're going to see an awful lot of information.
Okay, cool. So this MEW is the exclusive sponsor for a Top Fuel NHRA racing team. So a specific team in the Top Fuel National Heavy Racing Association.
Yeah.
Hot Racing, I don't know.
And if you bring the video up, you'll actually see that they've got... Why not?
No, I didn't say a car, I said a car.
Oh, a car. Yeah, it's a car.
Anyway.
It's a car, it's got big wheels.
Yeah.
And it fires bad things.
Oh, it's this thing. It's not...
Huge out the back.
It's just... Okay, so it's... Okay. This... Yeah, right. Let's read this.
I don't know anything about cars.
I don't really, but...
I know more about drag than I know about cars.
I've seen videos of this, and it's... I don't know how you could go pay, like, 40 quid for a ticket. It's like... You're just watching a really fast thing move in a straight line?
Adrenaline.
It's not. I think it's not racing. It's just a car.
And I've been to these.
Do they put like 5 cars in a row, or is it just one car?
They burn meat, right? They burn meat, and men stand around and they whoop like men do, and then women in like Daisy Duke shorts and crop tops with blonde hair walk around.
So that's it. Look, it's one car.
Is there any way of turning the volume off? That'd be great. And then they have barbecues, they have beer, and then they have monster trucks.
Yeah,
they do monster trucks. They don't just do a drag.
Okay, yeah, that's
car.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so they'll race limousines.
Yeah,
I tell you what's a good one. They've got a Ghostbusters one.
All right.
So they get a Ghostbusters thing, and they put an 800 horsepower engine in the front of it, and then just blast it away. And the only issue you've got with these cars is there's so much torque that they can actually
I get that.
Spin.
Yeah, that's fair.
I went to one of these when I was like 12, 15.
Right. So I assume you have to find a good balance between weight and
aerodynamics and downward force.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, because you don't want air resistance, even obviously you've got to have a really cut. So that's probably why they have so much. Doesn't matter. I don't know.
In fact, I tell you what. Somebody, I don't know if it's Jason, but one of you guys are you a mechanic? I follow one of you on TikTok, and it shows you fixing cars. Is it Jason? Maybe
I haven't seen. I don't really go on TikTok.
I don't know. It's somebody. I follow somebody on TikTok, and they fix cars and they show problems with cars. They'll know more about these types of things than I do. But anyway, it's really cool, in my opinion, and I think it's quite a nice niche for them to be in.
Yeah,
because it gets a lot of exposure in a market which is heavily laden with men full of testosterone, isn't it?
What, crypto?
No, drag racing.
Yeah. There should be a drag racing though for yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what? It doesn't matter. MEW will have visibility on NHRA's channel with 30 million plus annual combined TV and streaming viewers, recognizable brand exposure during live Fox Sports broadcasts and YouTube highlight reels. In-person branding seen by thousands of trackside fans throughout the season. And there's a bunch of information there, like a bunch of fast stuff. Oops. So yeah, brilliant. Again, it's amazing. It's super stuff. Yeah. But again, if they do different stuff, I think it's cool because I don't know if I'd spend 2 hours sitting in a really plastic seat watching a car move left to right really fast because it's not really racing, but it kind of is. It's just not like asynchronous racing. It's kind of just like comparing times. But anyway,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's still amazing.
It's very cool.
I'm gonna go on to the next one though for the Comic-Con. I think this is
it's 7:32. Yeah. How many articles have we got left?
I don't know actually. Oh, we've got the chart, so I could probably.
Oh yeah,
we've actually not got a lot.
No, we don't because you need.
I don't need that much. I've already planned it out. I don't really have a lot to.
Well, we've got 13 minutes to do this and the charts before you do your thing because we're supposed to be doing this in an hour, aren't we? So we'll go through this and then we'll have a little
South
chat.
Africa Comic-Con, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's one coming up in. Is it like
June 2nd, June 3rd? Is it?
Yeah. There's like
That's the one. Isn't it?
No, this is South Africa.
All right. By the way, it's Mr. Pandaria.
Is it today?
Right? No, it's July.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So for any classic players out there, Comic-Con South Africa, days 1 and 2 with MEW. So yeah, I think I've actually seen this video, haven't I? May the 4th, I've seen this. We looked at it in my video.
Yeah.
I'll try and recall what I said from the video. I remember saying they had this really cool big thing.
Yeah.
And there's other cool things as well.
But they are not like an absent father.
That's it.
They're always there. I say this every stream. They go to as many events as they can. Solana Crossroads, the Comic-Con events. They are present. They are trying to be a brand that is out there. One of the reasons we stream on Binance and talk about them is because we like them. And as we've said every stream, we talked about MEW before MEW came to us. We made a video about MEW a year ago when it first launched. And we said, keep an eye on MEW. So they're there. I'm sure one day the Oracle will take a knapsack, pack up a lump of cheese, get on a plane,
tie it to a stick and walk off.
Tie it to a stick over his shoulder and go to one of these events. Maybe the one in Turkey, maybe the one in Seoul, wherever it might be, and meet up with the MEW guys because that would be really, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We can actually see in this little, I've free-framed the video. This is their game. You can obviously see it's probably heavily inspired by Thingy-majigs. What's it called? Subway Surfer.
Yeah.
Without the subways. So it's probably, I don't know.
I know why no one's here. When I redid the SEO for the streams and redid the SEO for the videos, I never did it for the MEW or the Wolf Swap nights.
Oh, bugger. Well, it's better for everyone who's already in chat.
That is very true.
Chat still, actually. I haven't read chat in a while.
Basically, Mary is saying that she's going to win everything. She's trying to say that her net is lagging, which is fine.
I was thinking actually, while you are hyping her up, I was thinking this might be it's not very good for Mary because it's putting her on this pedestal.
You mean the pedestal?
She's put herself on the pedestal.
Was on for winning 9 consecutive quiz nights.
That's what I'm saying. She put the pedestal on herself, but
that's like saying
I do the same thing.
That's like saying, oh, you've put Usain Bolt on the pedestal. I know I have, because he's about 3 seconds faster than every human being on the planet. Even KB, who's got a 72 gigabyte internet connection, can't beat Mary.
All I'm saying is, even a rocket which gets absolutely blasted in space never goes up forever.
Well, technically it does if it's one that's sent into the further reaches of our solar system.
No. Those are that goes into orbit. It never goes, it just goes round then.
I guarantee.
And actually, it doesn't, technically, if it's in orbit, it actually doesn't go out. It probably goes very slowly in.
I guarantee.
That's not how that works.
That unlike Katy Perry, Mary
will actually eventually go to the rocket.
And Mary is going to finish on the podium tonight. Right, should we get on with your chart then? Because I don't want to run out of time. It's 7:36.
No, I've actually not got a lot to. I'm not going to, I'm going to keep it concise.
So you can now turn me off.
In a minute, yeah. We'll still go for this video.
Oh, okay.
The reason is, like 50 seconds left of it.
I need to go and pay the Binance people some attention.
So that's what you T-shirts again. We've seen Zilch of this, but again, that's not saying anything. Really cool. Really, really cool. I wish that was on my. I wish I had that right now. People dressing up and whatnot.
Right. Where is? There we go.
Yeah, and then there's this pin.
Comment to win. If you are watching on Binance, we are going to drop a box now. We love MEW. I don't know what's happening with Binance, by the way.
Same basketball with football.
I think I think one of the a few of the countries have blocked Binance Live.
Fuckers.
Yeah, I know.
So more the game. You know what I'm interested in seeing? If we runDogCity.mew.xyz. Can we go to this game, do you reckon?
Sorry? What are you trying to do? You trying to get to the game?
What does that say? What does that say? Hold on. RunDogCity. Is that MEW?
Right, for those of you that are watching on Binance, we've just dropped a box. Let me check. I don't think there's anybody on Binance either. Where is everybody? So far, how many views have we got on Binance? 2,000 views on Binance is, I suppose, not too bad for this time.
Oh. No, that's all. For we can finesse the system again and get the game up. But no, I think they've taken it offline, which is fair enough.
Can we not try and break things during the stream?
I'm not trying to break it. I'm just, I want to get an exclusive.
Can I tell everybody in chat now that you've left? Can I tell everybody in chat what you did?
What?
Before you went to your secondary school?
Yeah.
Because it's fun, this. Do you want to bring us up full screen?
Sure. What did I do?
So, the Oracle likes playing with computers.
And this is statute of limitation, whether it's got 2 years out.
Statute of limitation.
Exactly,
okay?
So this isn't illegal.
The Oracle likes playing with computers. So, we started at a private school when you were, what, 12?
Yeah.
12. And a few weeks before he started at this private school, the Oracle decided to try and hack their website.
It wasn't really.
At which point, he brought their website down.
I did do that.
He hacked their website. You can't deny anything I'm
saying.
It wasn't
really. It's like the most surface level thing.
He hacked the website and he crashed the private school's website literally weeks before he started. Okay, so this one has previous with trying to break things. So there you go. There's a little insight into Hacker McGraw over here, which I think might be his new nickname from now on. So there you go. There's a little bit of a history, checkered history in his background. All right, you're going to do the chart now. I'm going to break that as well. I can take me off camera as well. Right, We Love Mew is now appearing all over Binance chat, which is a good thing. We've managed to close all the bots off. And we've got a few more people in chat now, which is good. Remember, if you are watching on Binance and you want to take part in the quiz, you need to go to YouTube. You need to go and find Crypto Warehouse on YouTube. We are giving away free Mew if you win, or come second, sorry, behind Mary. If you finish second, third, or fourth tonight, you're likely to win. And I did just about manage to send out the moon. I don't know if it was last night to who won last night. Hidden won, but never got in touch with me. Danny won. I think he got his NFT and his Mew. KK won and got his NFT and his moon. And then Ghoulface also won and got his. So you all got your bits. Now we have to say what the consequence of the yes. Yes, exactly. Nothing happened, Mags.
No one.
Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed.
Their website, they didn't even update it.
Although I would say is that he did point out a few vulnerabilities in the website after he had joined them, and they fixed it. But he's just like that. He's like that, Mags. He breaks things.
I break things.
He breaks things.
Anyway, I've got the chart. So
ladies' hearts. He breaks ladies' hearts as well.
Yeah, definitely.
A hacker college. Exactly, Tariq. That's where he needs to go.
Okay, let me hide the camera for you.
Right, now I'm going to go. I'm going to disappear.
He's gone.
I'm gone.
He's gone.
I am now a voice
expunged you
in your head.
You're now in the void.
Am I now? What's that guy in Harry Potter called?
Harry Potter. Oh, the guy with the face is Voldemort.
Smeagol. No, Voldemort, yes. Am I Voldemort now? Smeagol. You know what we should do one night? I should do the entire stream in anything but my own voice.
Right. I want to dress up as Mike Myers and Jason Voorhees.
That would be good.
You know what? We are the appropriate heights for that. Because they're pretty tall.
Yes, that's the other thing. What are you? 6'4", 6'5".
Yep.
And I'm 6'3", 6'4".
6'3", 6'2".
Right, do you want to do the chart?
Anyways, I've got the chart. Yeah. So there's a lot of letters here and stuff, but it's more about the process of what we're doing, and in a nice uptrend. And again, before we started the stream, I was doing this. I was just kind of pointing out my areas and all these different highs and lows where things will be residing and whatnot. And you can attest to this. I was very negative because I was on the 1 hour. I was like, oh, this is over. We're going down. We're going down.
No, you weren't negative. All I said to you was, you just need to tell the story.
I've got a story.
That's all I was going to say. That's all I didn't say you were negative,
if you will. But it was negative nonetheless. It was.
You know what you are? You know, in Star Trek, original Star Trek, there used to be a little Irishman with a moustache who was in the engine room.
Yeah.
And he was called Scotty, right?
Yep.
And Kirk or Spock would say, Scotty, any chance we can get a bit of warp? And Scotty would go, we can't eat warp, Captain, we can't eat warp. And then there'd be smoke and there'd be sparks
things are
everywhere.
going wrong,
Everything would always go wrong. But Scotty always managed to get us to warp. You're Scotty.
I'll put you back on. I'll put us on main street.
No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You're Scotty, you see? Because even though everything's bad, you still have the light in it. You still get us to the end zone.
Right. Well, on the topic of doing that, I then extracted myself to the daily, and then I realised we're actually not in a bad situation. We're just in the process, and obviously this is again everything, because if you look at the weekly, the lower time frames are a makeup of the higher time frames. So it's realistically, we were just putting in the formation of what we were doing on the daily. So my thing, I was looking at, I think it was on the 1 hour, I was like, oh, I'm really not liking this. Looking really negative here. We've got this gap here, which we surpassed this low and printed through it. So we're supposed to be coming down in theory. I think we're going to come down. We obviously filled this gap here as our kind of supportish area. We've actually come into the area. Now that I'm looking at it, we've actually, because this is the 1 hour, we've come actually into it, to be fair. But we had this gap here. We're starting to come down again now. I was like, okay, I think we're going to come down. I think we're going to retrace. But I was looking at it. I was looking at this. I was like, okay, brilliant. We were already in a downtrend. I was like, okay, crazy. We've come from a high point. We've really, really retraced it. But realistically, you go back to the day, you realise we're just in the process of doing high highs and high lows. So again, that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on here. So we've kind of got these highs and lows, which obviously going and kind of like going above these highs, especially with this massive wick here, going above these highs and then receding back into the inner range and then finding where support's going to be, where the supply is going to be. So in this case, it was this gap here. After doing this high here, producing this high and then retracing back down to this period here, it's kind of this first gap. And then coming back upwards and then completing this high. And then where should we aim for next? Well, we should aim for the inner, where's the inner kind of point going to be for where we should then bounce off of, where we're going to find some buy, where we're going to find some support, and then proceed onwards. So in theory, that's going to then be the internal range. So that's what I'm aiming for here, because this looks like a really good gap here. We've already kind of touched into this. We have a bit more gap. To be fair, we do have a bit of a gap here, but it's more this, massive candle, this massive displacement. So I would expect to, as we're retracing it more, to, instead of doing this massive wick, actually retrace back down into this area and actually print below and then proceed back on upwards, which in theory then the next point would be coming above the high again, which would then be external range, if you know what I mean. So that's obviously theoretical. Again, not financial advice in the slightest. I get things wrong all the time. That we should then, in theory, fill the rest of this gap. So basically coming towards, I know this is one of the things I need to do, is talk about prices and how much. And I know there's also percentages. So in terms of where we are right now, if we just came towards this low and basically came within here, it's basically within a 4% move down, maybe 3.9% move down. Now, we don't necessarily have to come to exactly 0.03623, this kind of price here. That is the the categorical low of this range here. This little gap we've got going on down here. So I do think we could probably retrace back into here one more time before we then see more kind of daily print. And again, this is some higher time frame stuff, because again, we do this every week. Sometimes we don't do a new stream, so I'd rather do the daily-ish time frame than the 30-minute. When again, the things I would say on the 30-minute would happen over that relative time scale, but the daily, this will again happen over a longer period of time. And I believe there is a bit more if we kind of extrapolate this to the macro. There's some things going on right now which has some potential of being negative.
There is. There's a 99% chance of no rate cut in June.
Right.
And if there isn't a rate cut in June, I think Donald Trump is actually going to declare war on the Fed. I think he's actually going to bring democracy in various different ways and forms to Chairman Powell.
Right.
Because even though the tariffs haven't existed for a very long period of time, even though they're not being implemented for a very long period of time, they have caused inflation to spike back up by about 0.4%. So the chances are that we don't get a rate cut in June, and the chances of 3 rate cuts this year have now gone down to the chances of 2 rate cuts this year. So that's the macro. But on the other side of the macro, we have everybody at the Bitcoin conference.
You know what I mean?
Everybody's buying Bitcoin. The question is, when alt season? If alt season.
Yes.
If alt season.
Are people going to come back and buy alts?
Exactly. And if they're going to come back and buy alts, they're going to buy it with the profits from Bitcoin. When are the profits of Bitcoin going to be taken? Especially when everybody's buying Bitcoin.
And this is the main entity of ETFs as well, is hugely going to affect this. And obviously that's going to be one of my main points in the halving video, in terms of the effect of the cycles we've had so far, in terms of the structure we've had, and how much different. I mean, obviously it is different, but how much difference is there, and will it have as much of an effect as it could have in terms of the change in the way in terms of the flow, in terms of how Bitcoin gets bought and sold. Based on obviously the halving as well.
Exactly.
Absolutely. But again, there are future events and things happening which will affect how things play out, if you will.
Exactly.
So again, if there's potential negativity, sometimes you can have the run up of negativity if people are talking about it, and then once the thing comes out, it's actually it actually proceeds back upwards. So there's a lot of variety, varying in terms of where it could happen. But as I see it right now, to finalize, I do think we could see a bit more of a retracement. If I was to trade something though, again, this move down isn't that big. It's only like, let's say, a 4%, 3.9, versus if we do hold this structure we've had for so long now, and again, as things as we proceed into June with things happening in terms of events and whatnot, we could see ourselves break out of this. So again, not financial advice, because if I was to talk about things on the higher time frames, there's more chance of it going wrong from something happening. But I would rather trade to see if we do see this gap again, if we proceed back on upwards to see another higher high from a higher low. But
the
again,
thing is, the way I look at it, right? $340 million market cap. Yeah. Conservatively, in a bull run, if we really have a very, very weak ass bull run, we're certainly going to see a lot of these meme coins go to $1 billion.
Yeah.
Right? Not 10 or 100 billion, of course. But if we have a weak bull run, we've already shown that there are going to be 3 cat coins that are going to pump: Popcat, Mog, and Mew. Yeah. Now, they're probably all going to go to $1 billion. It's a 3x. Okay. And I've been saying this for many, many, many months now. The further we go through this year, the less and less of a pump we're going to get at the end, right? Because either we're not going to get the alt season that we expect, or when we do, it's going to be shallower. Yeah, but I'd say a minimum. It's like what do you call it? Syrup. We said when syrup was 12 cents, it's going to go to $1 to $2. It's at 45 cents now. It's already 4x. Now, if I said buy that today, that's only going to be maybe a 2, 3, or 4x. Yeah. Whereas if you'd have bought it at 12 cents, that'd be a 20x. Yeah,
it's a large diminishing return on the potential of the price going back up again and again based on market cap. And I think one of the main points of if there's ETFs and the chance of things going back up again as they have been the past cycles in terms of altcoins, it's like even though there is a massive player in terms of ETFs and people, it's the question of how many people are actually going to be coming back in a traditional way rather than using the kind of the portal of ETFs to get involved in crypto and the returns. It's like, are they going to bother? Are they going to just be holding their Bitcoin ETF? If so, are we actually going to be seeing a Bitcoin sell-off? If so, this, that, and the other. In terms of Bitcoin, and the way it would skew the market would be Bitcoin not falling as much and there being less money being pumped into other altcoins. So it's like,
which is what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I still don't think it'll be a zero, like 100% change in terms of there'll be $0 going into anything else. No. But I think it doesn't matter. I've forgotten that. Let's just move on. It's throwing me off.
I'll give you the thumbs up.
Your camera's looking at the ceiling, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is my camera looking at the ceiling?
I do not know.
Is it pointing at me now?
Yeah.
Should we now move on
to
the quiz?
I think we should. I do want to forewarn people. I've changed the quiz.
Why did it point up?
I don't know. I've changed the way the quiz works. So again, you know what? Let's open it up before we start.
I'm kind of nearly in the middle. If I move this way a little bit, I think I might be in the middle. Now then, the quiz that everybody's been waiting for. The Oracle stayed up. What time did you stay up till?
I don't know. It was late.
Late to get this quiz. You can now join this quiz at any point. If you miss the first question and you type join, you can still join. So, the rules are still the same. 3 options, 1, 2, or 3. I have, as always, got the ability to play along, which I'm going to. I'm going to play along today, aren't I?
Yeah.
And I might win. And I might not win.
Like Alpha 6, because they have future videos.
Right, so do we type join to begin?
There we go. Yeah, so you can. So there's still the join phase. There we go. I've got a scoreboard showing as well. There we go. You see, already on job. Here we go. Kishan's joined.
I've joined.
So joining still works. Now, again, the change I've had, and this is why I'm not super worried the game won't work, because the only things I've changed is the process of things being joined. So this should still work. The game should still work. The only difference is that as we're playing the game and we're in the game, the game phase, if you will. Yeah. People who come along on question 4, let's say they still want to play the game, even though they probably won't win. They can type join during the game, and then start playing the game. So in theory, it shouldn't have made the game bust. It shouldn't have broken anything. But again, I will forewarn, things have changed, and whenever things change, things go wrong.
Now then, we have, I believe, 8 contestants.
A good full party here.
I think we've got a full party. Now, you're all wondering what you're going to win.
Yep.
And that's pretty good because I actually don't know what you're going to win yet. I'm going to give away some MEW.
Some MEW, probably, yeah.
Some MEW. I don't know how much yet. I'm going to see.
Doing NFTs yet?
Okay.
They started doing NFTs yet? MEW.
No.
You need to get. Come on, guys.
I am going to see how the quiz plays out and then decide because nobody's turned up. We've got 7, 8. Well, we've got 7 people, including me.
So we're going to play the quiz, and you're not going to figure out how much you're going to give away until the quiz is about to end.
You've just. There's one other thing you need to do. Can you put the QR code on the screen?
Oh yeah. I can copy it to this page.
Yeah, that would be good. If you're on Binance, you've got 1 minute to go to YouTube to play this quiz. 1 minute. Go to YouTube. Type in Crypto Warehouse. Type join. You've got 1 minute. The Oracle is putting a QR code on the screen. Scan it with your phone.
Yeah, like that scan. I literally, in the intro, if you weren't here, I literally brought my phone out, I scanned it, and I twisted my phone around and showed you. Brings you straight to the YouTube channel. Literally, the homepage should, the first thing you'll probably see is our logo and our name, and then you'll see the live straight away.
Have you made it a little bit smaller? You're cropping.
Yeah, I know, but there's not really much room because I can't put it on the left. That's where the question goes.
You're cropping my blood splatter head. Very sad. Very sad. Right then, you've got 30 seconds to come and join this quiz.
But don't worry, if you didn't quite get to it, you can still join you in the game.
Can't wait to play this quiz and win. Play and win.
Well, let's hope the quiz still works, because again, you know what?
You know what I'm expecting? I'm expecting Mary to answer the question before the question's asked.
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting.
This is why planes blow up. It's like, it's like, okay, they've gone through rigorous testing on simulations, and then it gets through a thing, and then people get on board, and then there you go, it's a bit too heavy or whatever, and it starts crashing.
Exactly.
So this is one of those things, it's like, I can test this by myself all I want, but it's like 8 people stop playing the game, something breaks, something goes wrong, the pipe bursts, there's too much water going in, it's, you know.
Right then, fire away.
All right, if we're all ready, let me shimmy my screen a bit more. Let me hide the join phase. Now, this is the only thing I want to change because I have to manually hide it.
Do you know my mum was supposed to be watching this stream? Your gran was supposed to watch this stream tonight. You know what I think she's done? I reckon she's fallen asleep in front of Coronation Street. Or Emmerdale. Or
you know who reals and who's fake.
Right then. First question up is...
First question. If we're all ready...
I'm ready. I'm ready to type the answer.
All right. Here we go. Let's go. What animal is MEW? Cat, dog, or frog?
I've answered.
It works! Huzzah! The game still works, guys. This is brilliant.
You need to make the boxes 10% narrower.
What box?
The scoreboard.
Oh, you mean for the scoreboard?
Yeah. 10% narrower. Oh, everyone's got that right.
And, okay, and there's no glitches, no hicks or shticks?
No, I'm first. KB, go 8.8 seconds.
And I'm looking at the chat, and it's okay. Okay, it works. It was Cat. Congratulations, everybody. I'll go to the next question.
There's Mary.
It literally it's propped up by matchsticks. So as long as no one smokes a cigarette nearby, we'll be good. Okay.
We rewatched the stream, didn't we? Oh, go.
What colour is MEW's face? White, black, or red? White, black, or red? 1, 2, or 3.
White,
put the word.
black,
you guys know this.
Or red. So. I know what the answer is.
I've already got an answer.
Mags is quick. Do you know, sometimes I think that if I need to look over my shoulder, there's somebody behind us. It's KB.
There's got to be a camera in this room.
There's a camera in here.
Like a 5.2 gigahertz receiver, which is just getting all this information from Mags.
What was the question, by the way?
What colour is MEW's face?
You mean that face that's right above the quiz question?
You made the questions.
I know I made the
You made the questions.
That's a very good point. I need to make hard questions.
You do, and it's not my job. Finally, not my job.
We need a new question.
We need a grok to make questions.
We need grok.
All right, so if everyone has answers, I think they are.
Have you seen how tight it is at the time?
It's like, literally, what is that, like 2 seconds between Mags and the agendas?
Yeah.
And obviously, you're in the room with me, so you're answering immediately.
I'm next to him.
You know, you're just cheating.
I'm cheating.
KB is literally the same as Mags.
And Mary's close.
Mary's like, you know when Jason, Michael Myers just stands up from the grass. Yeah, that's what Mary's doing.
Mary's like that in the background, just really heavy breathing.
Yeah,
that's what she's doing. Right.
It's not dilly dally.
Come on, Mary.
It was white.
It's white.
Okay, next question.
Go for it.
What network is MEW on? Sol, ETH, Bitcoin. 1, 2, or 3?
I'm actually going to delay me answering this question because I don't want to be first.
You're going to reverse cheat. There we go. The answers are coming in. Boom, boom. There you go. So you're there.
There we go. I've answered. Because I can't win by 7 seconds for being in the same room. So I need to drop myself down a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's not fair. So now I'm thinking that maybe Mags. Oh, Mags and KB.
It's tight.
Oh,
Jesus.
look at that. Where have I gone?
Excuse my friend. What do you mean? You're late on the stream. Good point.
Oh.
If you're watching the stream, this is something really big. If you're watching the stream, and I really urge you to do this, on a laptop, I don't know about TV, if you're watching on TV, laptop, phone, I think phone, press the screen, hover on the screen, right? You see the bottom bar, the red scroll bar as you see at the time, okay? Bottom leftish, you'll see a live. Click it, please. Make sure that button is red. If that's not red, you are watching the stream out of sync. You are watching it like 2 seconds behind, and you will then always get your question 2 seconds behind. So just make sure that is red. So you're because again, people say, oh, it's lagging, it's not working. Sometimes it can be that. Sometimes it's my fault. Most of the time it's my fault, to be fair. You know, I'm like that guy who has like the drums on his back, the harmonica, the guitar, and he's like clapping his legs around with the little, you know, cymbals, like a little monkey. But sometimes it can be latency. But anyway, I'm yapping. Let's show the answer. It was Solana, so well done to you all.
Well done.
I'm noticing that every single question has the answer as 1 so far. So let's hope not every single question has that. And let's go on to the next one. What is the MEW market cap? 240, 340, or 440? 1, 2, or 3. Again, there's no point in me saying that because you guys are perfect at this. You guys already know what's going on. It's so tight. Oh my god.
I'm purposely delaying myself.
Right. You're being righteous.
I'm gonna wait for everybody to answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There, I've answered. Mags takes the lead. Hidden Agenda's in second. KB's coming up on the outside in third.
It's tight. You know what? We need AI. We need a live AI speech which commentates the game for that mistake. It's tight at the top. I can probably scroll to the end, but I don't want to scroll down and see that someone's not got the right answer because of me. So let's just keep it at the top here. It's tight. I think Mary might be 6th or 7th. Obviously, I think Crypto Warehouse.
We need to sort out. I'm just going to point out that if any of you have sudden spasms in your chests and don't answer one of the next few questions,
Mary's casting some spells.
Mary is casting some magic.
Yeah.
But Mags is in the lead. Hidden second. KB third.
It's tight. How many prizes have we got?
I don't know yet. We'll see. There's definitely
you're right there. I thought you were 6th. You're 4th.
Yeah, I know. I delayed. I can't win.
I should play the game because I'll get like cumulative 13 seconds. I'll just get like 0.1 second, like boom, boom, boom. I'll just win every time.
Yeah, we
should get a bot farm of just 10 computers, which is all answer the question for me. So I should get every single.
We sit here, high-fiving ourselves. Woo!
Let's go. That's second first. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, right, next question.
I'm playing. It was 340. So if you put 2, you're correct. If you didn't put 2, you weren't correct. That's how that works.
You know everyone's got every question right so far in the top 5.
I'm very impressed.
What's next?
Okay. New circulating supply. Is it 89 million, 890 million, or 89 billion?
I know the answer to that one.
1, 2, or 3.
I know the answer to all of them.
I know because you wrote. I literally watched you write the questions out.
I wrote the questions. I wrote the questions.
I think it's going right.
I wrote the questions and some people got this wrong. KB guessed.
Oh, Max tried to sneak in with a 3 there. Not quite.
The entire leaderboard has been shook up in one question.
Holy smokes.
Hold the press.
Even though he's got a cumulative 115 seconds, which, you know, that could be lag or whatever, he's now 3rd. So that was that because obviously in these quizzes, you know, it's not like we have, you know, really super easy questions, but we don't do really obscure questions either. So I think we've talked about this actually. We should do like a game night.
We are going to do a game night.
We should do a game night with just this. It's a bit, you know, I maybe want to spice it up a bit because it's just a little question in the corner. But we should do a quiz night. Maybe not just crypto.
I think we should do. I don't think we should. I totally agree. We should do a crypto quiz night.
A crypto quiz night, yeah.
And we should do 50 questions and give away $50
Or something like that, yeah.
or something like that, which we have in our little piggy bank savings account.
Exactly. So I think that'd be really sick because there obviously, I think there's probably some conscious reason why I'm talking so much is because this is the longest stint we've had of the game working in its full capacity. Anyway,
exactly. Right then,
let's show the answer. It was 3. So if you put 3, it was 89
billion.
88. If you round it up, 89 billion. So congratulations, you got that. If not, hope, because don't worry, someone might get something wrong and slip up, and there you go. So anyway, next question. I think we've got 8 questions. That was
8
the
questions.
Fifth one. I should probably show the question number actually somewhere. I'll do that for next time.
What you could do is you could do 5 of 8.
Yeah. New all-time high: 1 cent, 10 cent, 50 cent, 1, 2, or 3. There you go. Yeah, I want to put maybe somewhere in the corner like it tracks how many questions we've done and how many there's left. Just to show people. That'd probably be a good thing.
1 cent. What was it?
10 cent or 50 cent.
I know that.
I hope so.
We watched the Saturday quiz back last night, and all we got from it was the fact that I just kept getting super excited.
It's so tight right now. It really is. It just takes one. I'm not gonna lie. It takes one slip up from the top 3 to shimmy because Max.
Oh, Mary's! Oh, look at Mary!
She's sneaking up.
She's sneaking up.
Sneaking up. It takes one slip because Max is on 71 second cumulative. 5 out of
KB.
6, I think we've got.
Right, right, can I just let everybody in a secret before you press me?
Maybe, man.
Can I let everybody in a secret? Is this question number 6?
This is 6.
Okay.
Second class, that's really bad. It's second class.
Okay. I'm going to let you into a secret. The first 6 questions that we have asked tonight, we have asked in April, March, February, January,
every single stream,
October,
it's been identical,
and maybe September. We haven't changed the first 6 questions.
But
so if you've got them wrong, in June, when we do this again, watch tonight back and listen to me saying this and realise these 6 questions are going to be the same ones next month.
Yeah,
because that is how we work. That's how we work. These MEW nights are not about... We can't reinvent the wheel with MEW. It's the same project.
We can't change the all-time high.
Wolf Swap on Saturday, maybe you didn't notice, they were also the same questions from the previous month.
So
okay?
I would...
Because it's always going to be a wolf.
Yep.
It's always going to have the same circulating supply. It's always going to have... we added a few extra questions in, yes.
Yeah, and the all-time high is predominantly going to stay the same for the most of the stream.
Exactly.
So if you do want to min-max, if you want to min-max your answers, you didn't hear this from me, maybe go, not study, but maybe just check the last stream we did. Just write down the answers.
Look at me ranting away on the screen there. Okay, should we go again? What's the next question?
Okay, well, let's show the answer first. So these next 2 questions are questions you've never seen, I've never seen. I've seen them, but he wrote them, so he's going to get the fastest.
I'm getting these right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to win.
It was 1 cent. We wish it was 50 cent, but it's 1 cent. Actually,
go on.
I was going to say, we actually don't wish it was 50 cent because it'd be really bad look for me that it's come down that much. So it was 1 cent. I'm going to show the next question now. Here we go. MEW is listed on alpha, beta, or delta. You know what? Good luck to you guys.
Alpha what?
I swear I won one of the past streams with these questions. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, they've been the same question every time.
This is the strange. KB won February or March with the same question set, and now he's getting them wrong.
He's doing it on purpose, though, isn't he? Because he said that last time, I don't want to win or whatever because of latency and stuff. Obviously, I get that, and there's only so much we can do unless we had a LAN event of this, because that's what Think about people who play games and go compete. The only way they really compete, unless for the entry, to get in, is they do LAN because it's latency.
Look, look, Mary. You know what it's like.
She's come back from the dead. She's rising out of the ground like this.
You know when you're being chased by Mike Myers, and you run him over with a car, and you're driving away, and you think, "Oh my God, thank God for that, he's dead." And an arm comes down into the car and grabs you by the throat like that, and you thought you'd run him over, but he's actually on top of your car. That's Mary. So Danny. Quite apt. Danny, just check your pulse.
But technically, number 2 doesn't count. So are we doing 3 games or 4?
I don't know. Well, Mary's going to win.
Right. So think about it. If you're looking like, oh, I'm not on the leaderboard, well, one of them isn't actually there. I don't even know why. It just confuses things. I don't know why you even play. So number 2 is obviously not on board. So it's Hidden Agendas, Danny, Mary, Mags, and someone who's in 6th.
Yeah.
Whoever that is. So, you know,
now,
don't mind.
Hidden never claimed the NFT, and Hidden never claimed Moon. So if you're playing the quiz, you need to get in touch because you've got a bag of Moon, you've got an NFT, you're more than likely going to finish in the top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Which means you're going to win some MEW. So you need to get in touch with me, unless you haven't got a Crypto.com DeFi wallet, and then we'll give it away again, which is fine.
You know what we should do for a quiz night? We should upload like 10 videos, just normal videos, but some random time in the video, we give the answer away. And then the 10 questions, or the 50 questions, 20 questions, which we do in the quiz night, are like personal questions, which no one will know. And you have to watch all our videos. And then the prize is like $100 or something.
I like that idea. Or we could ask questions about ourselves that nobody else is going to know.
But like a video, like it's like 4 videos ago, we tell the answer or something. That would be really unfair for everyone because it's hard.
Danny's sweating.
He's sweating. I'm not surprised.
I'm sweating, Danny.
He's the one who wrote the answers.
And I know the answers. Right, what's the next question?
Let's show the answer. I actually don't know the answer. I do know the answer. I have it right in front of me, but it was Alpha. I believe that was number 1.
Of course, Binance Alpha is where MEW is listed. I talked about it in 3 or 4 tweets. I also made a video or 2 about it 2 or 3 weeks ago. They're listed on Binance Alpha. It's where MEW will be before it gets the full Binance listing.
So we're all sweating here. You know what? I can feel the tension in the chat.
I am
We're saying
sweating.
stuff, random stuff, and you might see a ha-ha or whatever. You might see some like communication. It is dead silent until you get a question. Everyone is locked in. Everyone is like ready. So it was Alpha. This is the last question. Okay, this could change the game.
Okay.
If Hidden Agendas gets it wrong, if Hidden Agendas gets it wrong or something, or Danny, this is big.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is. Well, you don't need to be ready.
I'm delaying my answer.
Okay, fine. Get ready.
Go for it.
I'm gonna show it now.
Okay.
The next question is: MEW has partnered with who? Bonk, Mudeng, or Doge? Now, if you call back to the stream, I might have said this earlier. I might have gone. This might be a question. So you might, just think back.
Well, what was it?
It was Bonk, Mudeng, or Doge.
Okay.
So just bear that in mind, everybody. I did allude to this. KB has answered. Hidden Agendas has answered.
I'm waiting for people to answer.
Actually, I should probably watch
Kishan's answered. Tariq's answered.
Mary's gone to 3rd. Ooh.
I am waiting. I am going to...
Danny's first. Let's see.
Right, I'm waiting seconds so I don't...
Danny has got 8 out of 8. Now, I don't want to tempt fate, but there hasn't been a single issue with the quiz.
Nope.
And I'm happy about that.
I am.
Because, we've always had, it didn't record my answer twice. Now, I don't think we've had a single issue so far.
Mary's answered. Tariq's answered.
Oh, you're late, by the way, on the stream.
I'm really late, aren't I? Should I? Yeah, but no.
You haven't pressed the button.
What button?
Look, hover. Press that.
I'm alive.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, I didn't win, did I? I didn't win. Right. So, Hidden Agendas. What did Hidden Agendas put? Hidden Agendas put 3. Doge, no. So, as it stands...
So, ignore number 1. We've got Danny, Hidden Agendas, and Mary. We've got family winners there.
I won!
Woo! But we had some impressive times, though, to be fair, from the answers. In terms of, speed, like Mag. Obviously, I don't know... I'm sure... I don't know if you answered every question, though, to be fair.
When the question master becomes the quiz champion.
I don't want to hear it.
I have won by a country mile.
This is really mean to everyone who's not first, basically.
Why?
Because people, Or to be fair, it is offset. So 2, 3, and 4 won. Or if we're doing 4 quiz, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
We're going to do...
What was said?
Yeah, Tariq, I want you to send me 1 Litecoin. KB, I want you to send me 1 Bitcoin. Mary, you can keep everything. Danny, you can send me a Monkey Muscle NFT. Who else? Mags, you can send me
all
a 1 key wallet.
Back.
Yeah. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do. Danny's going to win. What we normally do. This is what we normally do. Is 50% of the prize money will go to Danny, and then 3 people will win a 6th.
Right, okay.
So Danny will get 3 6th.
It'll be Danny, Hidden Agendas, Mary, and Max.
Yeah. Now, I will probably buy the MEW tomorrow and send it tomorrow. So I will need Danny, Hidden Agendas, Mary's, and Mags's Solana wallets. Those 4. And I will send you your prizes. Can we scroll down so we can see where everyone else
I do want to say, though, congratulations to everyone for playing. I really do appreciate you all playing the game. Because, again, this, it's like it's a passion project which goes far. It's not like something you make and it's just like whatever. Obviously, people get to play it, but it's been something I've tried to make as fair as possible because obviously we've had glitches, we've had moments.
Yeah.
But I think I can categorically say this is the first time we've had a fully fledged quiz which has never had a single hitch or a single glitch or whatever.
Yeah.
It has been true to true to chat. So thank you guys for playing.
It's been painless.
That was easy. That was perfect.
And it's an hour and 15.
Exactly. So thank you. Speaking of a day, another loss. Don't worry, you'll get it next time. I really do want to do a quiz night. That would be sick.
You know what? We should ask.
Because what I could do, because obviously the game, it has the back end and the front end. It'd be really sick if I could reskin it as like a bar, like a pub game type of thing.
Hang on, I'm gonna start a very quick poll.
And like instead of being a black background, it's like a chalkboard, and the text is made out of like a chalk font or something. Kishan Crescent winners, thank you again. Appreciate you all, man. Really appreciate you all for playing.
Don't go anywhere. I'm asking a very quick poll question.
I'm reading the chat now as it goes. KB says well done. Appreciate you guys, man.
Right then, we have got a poll question. We're going to do a quiz. Maybe we do it next Wednesday.
Thank you, KB. Appreciate you, man.
Maybe we'll do a quiz next Wednesday. How many questions would you want in the quiz? 30 questions in the quiz or 50 questions? Now, it would be done a lot faster, okay? Yeah. We're not going to
like ham it up because, I mean, the reason I slightly spoke between every question was obviously there was a lot of tension from people really just wanting to get the answers. I assume anyway, obviously I don't want to say.
Yeah.
But I also think, it was more of a subconscious thing for me because I wanted, I just wanted it to go really well. Cause I don't like when things go wrong and someone gets the brunt of it, like I don't like, let's say Tariq's question has lagged before. I really don't like when something goes wrong for someone else, but it's something I've done, it's like I've made the app and it's broken and it's affected them. And obviously, technically there's money on the line, so it's like it's bad. I don't appreciate it. I wouldn't appreciate it if I was Tariq or whoever's if they had a glitch in the game. So I'm just really glad it went went through. So right, it's smooth and fun. Thank you. And all the things as well. We've talked about this. I would hope that someone at least gets some enjoyment out of playing the game in itself. Even if it was you're just aiming for first place or whatever. If you just had a bit of joy, a smirk coming from just being a part of the game, that would be the most. So 30 questions, just about Pip's 50 questions. Okay. So we'll do a quiz next week, won't we? We should ask Telegram what sort of questions. Obviously, we'll do quiz questions. No, we'll set the questions. Huh? What we're going to do is 30 questions of. We will do 10 easy, 10 medium, and 10 hard. That's good. Right, and we'll do it, and it will be 45 minutes. So we'll have a minute a question, and we will fire them out, and we'll do a prize giveaway. So we'll give away something that we've got our hands on. I don't know what we've got yet, but we'll give some away. Maybe some new, maybe some other coins. We'll give some away next Wednesday, and we'll have a bit of fun next Wednesday. So that the stream will just be the quiz, yeah? Yeah. Perfect. I want to see, can I get a quick sticker GIF of fireworks? Oh my God, it's right in front of me. Is it animated? There you go! Look at that! Very nice. There you go. Fireworks for the winners. And fireworks for everyone. Obviously inclusive, people don't like this. So I can scroll down. These are the standings. Pretty good. And this is the thing, it's like, because the game, it goes off of not just how many you scored, but how long accumulative, right? So it's like, you can still win and take the longest. Or you can lose and be the fastest. It's like, maybe what's the top? It's, obviously, again, there's latency, and this is the issue. It's like, how do we categorize a winner from a loser just based off score alone? Because people get, 10 people can get 8, and then everyone's technically a winner. So it's hard to do, and it's hard when you're on YouTube and there's latency and people are watching the stream and at different, there's probably a tiny bit of latency between it. So again, it's hard to make a game which is perfect. The most perfect would be making our own website, but I don't want to do that because I appreciate that it's directly in the chat and you get to watch us and you get to see the screen and everything while being in the chat. You don't have to move.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate it being on YouTube. So, if you can get 80% of the way there on YouTube, then there you go. So anyway, thank you all for playing the game. Appreciate you all.
Thank you. And I'll see you on Friday. The Oracle might see you Friday.
Yeah, I'll be, I'm trying to do the pumpkin thing.
Yes.
But I'll probably be on YouTube. I'm trying to arrange it still.
All right.
But yeah, obviously the Binance thing as well. It'll be huge. So anyway, thank you all. Appreciate you all.
See you all on Friday.
Shout out to the winners.
Have a great day.
I've stopped talking. Bye. Goodbye.